Society. I would like to invite Indigenous Dream Team onto the stage to open the Fire Dragon Eye Dotting ceremony. The members of this group pride themselves with representing the following Coast Salish communities: Musqueam, Squamish, Tsarlip, Nanaimo, and more. This breadth of membership, along with the multi-generational performers, gives audiences a sense of belonging to the hereditary lands of the Coast Salish peoples.
Hello, thank you for the welcome. My name is Shade Mariah Rose Johnson. My ancestral names are Isimu and Yetta, that's two of them. My family come from West Saanich and Tsartlip and Sioux, and then my father's side is Northern Shoshone, Dene, and Han, and I'm Wolf Clan. I'm a mother of four, and I was widowed 4 years ago. I represent my family, a group called Coastal Wolfpack, or Satsu Stalkaya, as she just shared. We have a number of people in our group. So this evening I'm speaking on behalf of my family and our group. My stepdad is also a member of the Musqueam First Nations. When he is unable to attend, his name's Alec Dan. His ancestral name is Kholes. I come and stand on his behalf. I'm thankful that my elders had given me permission to sing and speak in front of audiences. And I also like to say thank you to the dignitaries, all of you, for being present here. I'm gonna share a song and a few more words after I sing. Thank you. Thank you. There's things that singing does that words can't do. So the songs are echoed from my ancestors, from me to all of you. And following with the celebration this evening of the dragon and asking to remove dark spirits and welcome in the fall time is what I'm asking tonight for all of you. And then I was reading recently, some elders, Indigenous elders, tell people when you go into the fall and the winter, be mindful of how your mind is in your body, your spirit, how they all align, that you're gonna take that feeling with you all the way through until the following springtime. So with that song, I ask Spirit to take you all in a good way for the fall and the winter months ahead, that some people have seasonal feelings that come on. And I hope those seasonal feelings are uplifting and you're comfortable and safe where you're at. So thank you again for having me come to sing and share a few words and to give expressions. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic over to who's next. Thank you.
Thank you, Indigenous Dream Team, and thank you, Shade, for coming out. It's her second time here, and she always brings her kids with her, and it means so much that she makes that time for us. Thank you. The Fire Dragon Festival was first celebrated in Vancouver's Chinatown in 1975. This festival was revived in 2021, and the Chinatown Celebration Society is proud to carry on this event with the hope to make it an annual tradition year after year. We are honored to have so many community partners, stakeholders, and dignitaries joining us in celebrating this centuries-old festival. Over the past year, we have pivoted many of these important community relationships to help us focus on the increasing need for culturally appropriate and affordable housing in and around Chinatown for seniors. We hope to continue this endeavor through the new Chinatown Community Development Society. Working closely with the Aboriginal Friendship Centre Society over the past year, we've seen how important it is to have these dialogues with representatives across all three levels of government, many of them here this evening, and really to help us focus in on that critical need for housing for Indigenous and Chinese seniors. So first I'd like to welcome up Member of Parliament for Vancouver East, Jenny Kwan.
Good evening, everyone, and it's so lovely to see all of you. Yes, my name is Jenny Kwan. I'm the Member of Parliament for Vancouver East. Let me first acknowledge the First Peoples, the Musqueam, the Squamish, and the Tsleil-Waututh peoples for allowing us to be on their unceded Coast Salish territories. As we work and live and play in the community, we must always be cognizant of Canada's colonial history and what it means when we say reconciliation and how to put that word into action. I am very thankful for all of you for coming here tonight, and of course for the society, for the organizers, for the volunteers in bringing back the Fire Dragon Festival. I've been to the Fire Dragon Festival, not in 1975, I wasn't yet in the country as a settler here in Canada, but in its revival of it, and ever since then. It is so exciting to see all of you gather here to celebrate culture, to celebrate diversity, to celebrate each other, to have cross-cultural understanding, and to help lift each other up. As was mentioned, the work that we do here, it is not only about celebration, it is about harmony, and it is about lifting each other up and recognizing basic human rights. When we talk about housing, housing is in fact a basic human right. That has to be in action as well, and not just in words. As the Member of Parliament for Vancouver East, one of the things that I was able to secure through the work in the House of Commons is a $4 billion over 5 years investment into Indigenous, Inuit, and Métis housing, and for those who are away from their home community. That's for the first time in the history of Canada that recognized the UN Declaration for the Rights of Indigenous Peoples to housing, and to ensure that there's funding that flows with it. And I'll be working hard to ensure that that money flows in the delivery of actual housing. When we're talking about Chinatown and the seniors, and I see so many seniors here, and I'm so happy to see them because they're always here to participate, they're always here to engage, and they're always here to share that history and wisdom and knowledge that they have. Last year, they helped build the Fire Dragon, and I'm sure that they did this year as well through workshops, and that's through that collaboration and working together. So we need to ensure that our communities is diverse, but most importantly, it is inclusive, that involves and includes all of us for our equal rights and equal opportunity to fully participate. With that said, tonight, my friends, I'm just thrilled to be here once again to celebrate with you the Fire Dragon Festival on the eve of the Mid-Autumn Festival. Let's go celebrate, let's lift each other up. Thank you all so much. 多謝大家。
Thank you, Jenny Kwan. And I also wanted to recognize that we have simultaneous ASL translation happening, as well as simultaneous Cantonese translation as well. Next, I would like to invite Joan Phillip, MLA for Vancouver Mount Pleasant, up to the stage. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, there seems to be a lot of people here. Why is squeezed Ancient? Ancient's my traditional name. It comes from Tsleil-Waututh. So I want to thank my Coast Salish relatives, the Squamish, Musqueam, and Tsleil-Waututh for the opportunity to be here. And I just want to thank you again for inviting me here to the Fire Dragon Festival. I was here last year, and I didn't notice, but the trees seemed to be really close. So I was glad when I saw someone with a, fire extinguisher. When you start to light things up, I'm just so thrilled. In this community, we've suffered the same kind of colonial history, oppression, and we came together at that time. I know that the Chinese community had a garden out in Musqueam, so our indigenous peoples, we gravitated toward each other because we worked together. We built this province. We ran the pack trains. We fished together. We built a railroad together. So there's this history of us working together, and I'm so glad that we're coming together again to help seniors in this area, collaborating on building housing. I noticed there is a representative here from the Vancouver Aboriginal Friendship Center, and it's just a good fit because we can lift each other up. The other thing is we welcome everyone. So I'm just so happy that everyone here is to share, and you're celebrating the gem of Vancouver, and that's the Chinese community. So I'm just so happy to be here. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Joan. Now I'd like to invite George Chow, MLA for Vancouver Fraserview.
Good evening, everyone. I'm George Chow. I'm the MLA for Vancouver Fraserview. I'm very happy to be invited here today to celebrate the Fire Dragon. And I also like to acknowledge we're on the traditional unceded territory of the Coast Salish people, the Musqueam, the Squamish, and the Tsleil-Waututh Nation, with whom we share this land and the hospitality. And it's great to be here and seeing so many people, so many young people. Stephanie mentioned 1975 when the first Fire Dragon was, started, and I was there. That kind of dated me, but I'm very happy to be dated because I've been around Chinatown for a long time. This is a very important institution for the Chinese Canadian community in Canada and in Vancouver. And of course now we are, needing to keep Chinatown going, to revitalize Chinatown, to keep the cultural tradition, along with the indigenous people in the downtown east side. Because even when I was around in downtown east side in the 70s, there were a lot of indigenous people coexisting with the Chinatown Chinese community. So I think we have a number of institutions in Chinatown, started with the Clan Association, the Chinese Society, and then the Chinese Culture Center came along, the Dr. Sen Garden, and then the Storytelling Center. And a few years ago, the provincial government established the Chinese Canadian Museum, which is just behind me. So we are establishing this organization in order to revitalize Chinatown, to keep Chinatown going. But one thing is that without activities, all these institutions are just institutions. So I'm very happy that the Vancouver Chinatown Celebration Society is taking on this tradition and doing this Fire Dragon. Is a very exciting event. I still remember in 1975 when we put the incense on, I get burned because of the incense. I don't know whether they're allowed to do that now because now you have LED in place of real incense, but that was very exciting. So I'm very happy to be here, and thank you for inviting me. Thank you to all of you for supporting Chinatown, to coming here, supporting downtown East Side. Thank you.
Now we will wake up the fire dragon with the official eye-dotting ceremony. I'd like to introduce again our honored guests to help with the eye-dotting. I will call them up to the dragon, where they will help us to dot its eyes and wake it up. First, I would like to call up Jenny Kwan, Member of Parliament for Vancouver East, Joan Phillips, MLA for Vancouver Mount Pleasant, George Chow, MLA for Vancouver Fraserview, Tammy Omiyasu, President of the Board of Directors of the Vancouver Aboriginal Friendship Centre Society, and Sherry Shee, the Property Development Manager. The Hakka elders here, escorted by the Kieran Rising team. Kevin Huang, Executive Director of Hua Foundation. Maya Preshian, the founder and co-director of the Vancouver Black Library. JP Katungo, Professor at UBC Center for Asian Canadian Research and Engagement. Sunny Wong and Fred Ma, and our special guest, Tai Ma, everybody's favorite Chinese dad. Co-founder of Chinatown Together, Gao Li. And this year's commission artist to build the dragon, Bagua Association, Catherine Yi, Sean Chow, and Stephen Dragon. Now I'd like to invite to the stage Sifu Peter Wong and Sifu Howard Wong, who will recite the eye-dotting poem.
Hello everyone, good evening. Okay, welcome. I have so many people here and help us celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival. And basically, you can see our fire dragon debut with the Golden Harvest. Everybody remember the Golden Harvest Theater in Main Street? 嘉禾電影公司啊. Today, we don't have the small little dragon, Mr. Lee here, but no Jackie Chan either. But we have the big dragon, the Folong. The fire dragon is here tonight with us, okay? So we're gonna do the eye-dotted ceremony, and Sifu Howard Wong is my colleague, my student, and he's gonna help us. He's doing the English part, I'm doing the Chinese part, okay? So, shall we begin?
Yes.
Okay.
Fortune timing, the fire dragon fuse. The flower and ribbons hang red and shine. One blink of its eye gleams so bright. Its fairy stares sees all. Its horns ready. Nose flared for greatness. Its mouth lucky and fanged. Its roar fills the mountains and the rivers. Its ears bright. One for towards the heaven, other for the earth.
講瑞雲，
Take claws and step to the clouds.
寶龍到處勢吉利，
Where the fire dragon goes, fortune follows.
七星滿托托鴻福，
The 7 stars of the heavens brings prosperities.
猛龍火龍天清平，
Strong, fierce fire dragon rising in peace.
火龍完畢，點睛完畢，
Generous, bright, piercing.
由頭點到落尾，好頭又好尾。
Exercising evil with thousands movements.
I should have written my little poem myself. It's so small. Okay?
I will film
Thank you very much, and thank you for coming.
Sorry, we're gonna go into it. Hi, darling. We're gonna eye darling.
Thank you. We'll ask all eye daughters to return to their seats as soon as they're done dotting the dragon.
Hakile Kesla, Hamasla Lilkulatle. Hakile Kestosla, Hamasla Ninamuk. Ayumuk, Akanskachin Ayasins, Ahishbak Tokulis Lakins, Guayalasins Gakakins Hitzakin Klasua. Awina Quistakins, Skomish Lilkulatle. Ayumuk Musquim, to slay a tooth. Kase questa la kanakaya kanskiachenaya sins. Hayos la sins, guayela sins, aquasla sins, hawayompusle. Hagiachenaya sins na quactao. Le questao. Hagios la kagiakamaya ujistalis. Hayastalis giachenaya sins, gayos la ka, slawitzis, at the nactao. Hagiachekens. Ha molachen maya kila boktekens kos kuakosle. Ha ola gala putlaken no kaya kenskachen ayasens ha koka pukolisha. Ha kila kestosla ha yom. Alamakos kotalizanda sisilt. Ha kila kesla ke. Ha fire dragon. Ha kenskachen ayasens. We Kosturasins, Hawaii. It is a privilege that we've gathered to uphold our sacred values, to leave our mark behind of celebration of the richness of our cultures, coming together to join hands in a sacred ceremony that marks the change of the season. And we're very grateful to be here. My grandfather's Kowels, Bobby Baker from Scottmish, from Stotmish, and my mother's Tlatlakot, Christine Baker. My father's Chief Robert Williams Sr., and we're Kwakwakwak. This is my nephew Darren Henderson, son of Chief Jonathan Henderson, Ujis Tullies of the Ligwas Dao, the Nakwak Dao, and the Chief's granddaughter, Jaslyn, our princess here tonight. I want to thank my brother Ian for coming to join us here from Yarrow Society. I want to thank Derek and Gal and Melody and Chinatown together. And I especially want to thank Stephanie for being here and inviting us to come in. It's a high honor and a high respect and privilege to come in, celebrate, and join. So we're going to sing a couple songs and just celebrate with you all tonight. First song we're going to sing is a gratitude song, and thank each and every one of you for coming out here tonight. Although it's getting chillier, thanks for coming to celebrate. When we're gathered like this, we'll stay warm. With that gratitude song, we want to thank each and every one of all of your first ancestors in whom survived so much genocide and colonialism to keep your cultures alive and rich. And we thank the elders and the knowledgeable and wise ones for carrying on throughout the times of dark colonialism and genocide on your people. We too experienced that. And we're very proud to speak our language, continue our songs and dances, and celebrate our history with all of you. I also wanted to wish my partner Beverly's grandmother, Mama, happy birthday. They couldn't be here tonight. her father Len Ho from Ganzhou. His mother, our grandmother Mama's birthday tonight. So we want to wish her a happy birthday. Yeah. This next dance we have is called the Gyos Kamisa Nakakara. And when we come into our Red Cedar Bark and winter dance ceremonies, we open up our cultural procession with this dance and with this song as soon as the leaves start to fall. Gaile Keshlapi. And so once again, thank you to the Keeling Haka group and celebrate with all of you. Gaile Keshlapi.
Thank you again, Chief Coyote. I want to take a minute again to thank our sponsors, the Government of Canada, the City of Vancouver, and our community sponsors here with us tonight, Cascadia Deaf Nation, for working with us to make this event accessible for the deaf and hard of hearing community. I also want to take this time to thank our community partners, Hua Foundation, Hogan's Alley Society, UBC Acre, Chinatown Together, Kieran Rising, Euro Society for Intergenerational Justice, Chulin Athletic Club, Hong Sing Gun for leading the Dragon Dance, and the UBC Kung Fu and Ma Athletics Association for supporting in the Line Dance and Dragon Dance. I want to thank the ASL and Cantonese language interpreters, the many community artists who helped to make our daytime workshops possible, the Fire Dragon Festival team, Jonathan Lee, Chantel Louis, Gal Lee, Peggy Chen, Vivi Wong, and last but not least, all of the amazing volunteers, many of whom started with us 4 years ago and who come back year after year and make this festival what it is. Now it is, thank you. Now it is my great honor to introduce Kieran Rising, a Hakka Youth Kieran dance team who will open this year's Fire Dragon Parade. The Fire Dragon Festival began with the Hakka people of Hong Kong's Pok Fulam and Tai Hang Hakka peoples. And this is the first time we have Hakka youth and elders helping us lead the way for the festival here in Chinatown. Following that, we will have the UBC Kung Fu team as they perform the lion dance to celebrate the fire dragon.
I'm Bapu from Kirin Rising, a Hakka youth-led Kirin dance troupe based in Chinatown.
大家好，我嘅名係白夫，係來自麒麟 Rising 嘅在唐人街嘅一屆唱嘅客家唱嘅麒麟舞台。咁樣我嘅名係何劍龍，係光族嘅客家人。
First, I want to acknowledge that although we are Hakka people, our ancestors are not from the Hong Kong Papulam or Daihang Hakka villages. They created the original Fire Dragon Festival and still actively practice it today. We are grateful for the opportunity to be here for our common ancestors in Hakka Kin tonight. Okay. As a Hakka person from Hong Kong on my father's side, I am honored to share with you our culture's 450-year-old Kirin dance.
咁白夫嘅父親係上港嘅客家人，其後用先能夠同大家分享咁我哋客家文化有450年嘅歷史冇麒麟。
The Hakka, meaning guest family, are a unique ethnic subgroup of Han Chinese with our own language and culture, despite histories of displacement and persecution. Our ancestors faced oppression and genocidal violence during the Qing dynasty and under British imperial rule, particularly in the Tiep region of Guangdong, where many Chinatown today chase their roots.
身為客家人，客家嘅意思係客人嘅家庭，係漢族嘅一種特殊嘅族群，擁有自家嘅語言同文化。儘管歷史上曾經有流失和迫害，但係我哋嘅祖先在清朝同英帝國統治下面臨逼壓嘅種族滅絕暴力，特別係在廣東西入地區。 今日在唐人街考當然都在一項情景嘅。
The Kirin, or Chinese unicorn, is a powerful symbol of justice and benevolence, known for running on clouds to avoid harming any living creature. It embodies a mystical blend of animals.
客家麒麟係中國嘅最少係戰意同埋言辭嘅強大槍戰，佢在元旦奔跑。 避免傷害任何嘅生物同埋提升開其他動物神秘嘅融合。
Our Kirin, with its custom pride-colored horn, was made in a Hakka village, Saigon, in Hong Kong. The colors on its tail represent the elements, fire, earth, and water, carrying our team's Chinese name, Kirin Revolution, K-Lum Government.
咁我哋一條麒麟係要顏色鮮豔嘅彩虹角，而在上港施工嘅客家村製作嘅每把雙嘅顏色要5種顏色係代表金木水火土嘅元素，帶有我哋團隊嘅中文名叫做麒麟革命。
What you're about to see is more than a performance. It is a testament to Hakka resilience and a tribute to traditions passed down through generations, similar to how we continue to practice our culture in Chinatown despite ongoing gentrification and cultural erasure.
咁而看到嘅今日嘅木麒麟唔單單只係一場表演，而係證明係客家人嘅堅強，也係代代相傳嘅傳統。 至今，類似在外地在唐人街，熱切宣揚我哋嘅文化，盡幹在唔同嘅文化抹殺同埋信息化嘅情態下，我哋熱切宣揚我哋嘅文化。
Through the Hakka Fire Dragon and Kirin dances, we celebrate the spirit of our ancestors and matriarchs. We carry forward the traditions entrusted to us to bring justice and benevolence to our communities.
硬跳過客家嘅火龍同埋木麒麟，嗌啲歌頌嗌啲祖先同埋雷速壯嘅戰士，嗌啲發揚賦予嗌啲傳統，為嗌啲嘅社區帶來正義同埋認識。
Tonight, I would like to acknowledge the immense honor of having our Hakka elders, matriarchs, and kin from Hong Kong and Vancouver take part in the ceremonial eye dotting to awaken the fire dragon.
Let me translate this. 今晚也藝校用先有請到來自上港同本國華嘅客家莊會同埋雷速莊來同埋前設來參加火龍開港嘅儀式。
Among them are Hakka elder Gyuje, originally from Hong Kong Hakka village and now residing in Chinatown. Mr. Yao, a kung fu and dragon dance master who has witnessed the original fire dragon festivals in Hong Kong. Hakka elder Sean Gunn, who as a youth helped create the 1975 fire dragon here in Vancouver. And Hakka family, the Yuans from from Hong Kong, including Esther Yuan, her mother Janice Yuan, Uncle Danny Wan, and friend Zhong Joy Kun. We are also joined by the family of Hakka matriarchs, including
Zhang Chai-fung, Ho Yang-fun, 同埋 Amber.
And friend Effie Pao, who brought the initial members of Kieran Rising together. Lastly, I want to acknowledge my father, Patrick Chung, who, like many here tonight, is proudly Hakka from Happy Valley in Hong Kong, minutes from the Hong Kong village of Dai Hung.
今日在場嘅還有在上港客家村天記唐人街嘅客家莊樓教者姚先同埋姚先生係舞龍同埋功夫嘅太叔，還有親眼目睹去上港嘅火龍節，還有我哋今日客家嘅莊樓相近，延長嘅時候佢。1975年在本國華參加走火龍，還有客家社嘅上港嘅楊氏家庭，包括楊母親、母親換水蘭，還有叔叔換房生，後要裝菜鏡，咁係啲今日還有加。還有客家雷速莊何家嘅媽媽張彩鳳嘅家何欣歡，還有嘅戚女Amber 同埋 Kieran Rising 最初成人最貼熱情嘅朋友 Effie Pao， 最後係喺監察500鋪嘅爸爸，佢係今晚也在場。後當然亦樣係一位來自上港跑馬蹄嘅客家人，佢離上港太行村只有幾分鐘嘅路程。
Finally, we also want to offer special thanks to the Lee family of the late Wally Lee of the Chinatown Freemasons, who first funded the 1975 Vancouver Fire Dragon Festival that inspired today's event. We're honored to have his granddaughter, Galina Lee, with us today, who also helped plan a large part of today's festivities.
最後我哋行愛特別感謝唐人街公姐開已故嘅 Wally Lee 嘅歷史家族，竟然小次資助去1975年本國華嘅火龍節，編出促成去今年嘅活動。咁係啲後用先今日又唱到佢嘅孫女 Galina Lee 同我哋在一齊，咁佢也幫助去策劃今日慶祝活動嘅大部分內容。
As we witness tonight's performances, may we all reflect on the deeper meanings behind these Hakka traditions. Our elder, Mr. Yao, told us that the Fire Dragon Festival was a time to celebrate Hakka togetherness. And now we are here doing that today with you as witness. Culture is resistance, and tonight we uphold that together.
當我哋今日目睹今日嘅表演嘅時候，讓我哋都可以思考一下客家傳統背後嘅意義。我哋長老姚先生講我哋聽，火龍節係客家團聚嘅節日。今日我哋在亞灘同人一齊見證文化嘅抵抗。今晚我哋一齊支持我哋文化嘅抵抗。
Now, we, along with our Hakka matriarch and Jin's mother, will be leading a blessing in Hakka. For over a century, a Hakka blessing has been traditionally offered before the fire dragon's eye dotting at the original Bok Pulong and Daihang fire dragon festivals. And tonight we are offering it in Chinatown's festival for the first time ever.
咁點知我哋唱我哋嘅客家女出裝蔡峰女士一齊用客家話同我哋帶來祝福。亦皆多時嘅以來客家傳統嘅賽博夫年同大行火龍節嘅火龍點戰之前進行嘅祝福。今日我哋將提出在堂人家用客家話來進行一個儀式。
We put the blessing on our Instagram account at Kieran Rising and invite you to follow along, like Kieran.rising.
Hello， 大家晚上好。祈求我哋客家祖先保佑大家心中日健，學業進步，和氣生財，風調雨順，8月15人月兩團圓。祝大家中秋節快樂，世界和平，也祝大家家庭幸福美滿。多謝大家。
So I can translate that into English. Praying to our Hakka ancestors and fire dragon, blessing togetherness in everyone, healthy and strong, always learning, making, and improving, creating wealth and harmony, when the wind is just and the rain at the right time. In mid-autumn, moon and people becoming one. Wishing everyone happy Mid-Autumn Festival, world peace, and everyone's family together.